What's up, coffee lovers and donut addicts? They say America runs on Dunkin', and that's no joke. But have you ever wondered how America runs on Dunkin'? Well, with over 10,000 locations and 4,657,534 cups of coffee sold every day, it's safe to say that Dunkin' is a caffeine-fueled juggernaut. And let's not forget about those breakfast sandwiches that have us all drooling. Did you know that Dunkin' Donuts changed its name to simply Dunkin' in 2019? And that's not the only surprising fact about this fast food giant. So grab your favorite brew and let's dive into over 24 things you probably didn't know about Dunkin'. We'll even throw in some sugar-coated humor for good measure. Let's go. Picture this. It's 1948 in Quincy, Massachusetts, and a guy named Bill Rosenberg has a brilliant idea to open a restaurant that sells two things: donuts and coffee. Fast forward 2 years, and he's changed the name to Dunkin' Donuts, which honestly just rolls off the tongue better. Business is booming, and by 1963, the CEO seat is taken over by Rosenberg's son Bob, who was just 25 years old at the time. Talk about making your parents proud. But it wasn't all smooth sailing. Dunkin' Donuts was part of a larger company, Universal Food Systems, which owned 10 small food service businesses. So the menus and options varied greatly depending on the location you were at. It was like a game of menu roulette, but with delicious donuts at stake. However, things started to change in the 1980s, when self-service counters and paper cups replaced the traditional counter service and ceramic cups. It was a bold move, but who wants to wait in line when there are donuts to be eaten? The brand went public in 1968, and in 1990 it was acquired by Allied Lyons, the owner of Baskin-Robbins. And just when you thought things couldn't get any sweeter, Dunkin' Donuts went on a buying spree in the 90s, gobbling up two rival chains, Mr. Donut and Don Donuts. Can you imagine being the person who got to taste test all those different donuts? By 1998, Dunkin' Donuts had over 2,500 locations worldwide and $2 billion in annual sales. That's a whole lot of donuts and coffee, my friends. Did you know that at some point, they even created a donut with a handle specifically designed for dunking? Yeah, that's right. Unfortunately, it was discontinued in most locations due to being hand-cut and uneconomical. Over the years, Dunkin' Donuts has undergone many changes, including being sold to a private equity consortium, relocating headquarters, and introducing new store designs. They even tested out curbside pickup in one of their locations. In 2018, Dunkin' Donuts began to phase out polystyrene foam cups for environmental reasons and introduced new concept locations with modern decor, packaged takeout options, and dedicated pickup lines for mobile ordering. They also started referring to themselves as just Dunkin'. Dunkin' Donuts continued to innovate and partner with companies like Grubhub and Beyond Meat. However, they also faced challenges such as a lawsuit alleging mishandling of cyber attacks on their mobile app. In 2020, Dunkin' Brands was sold to Inspire Brands for $11.3 billion, and Dunkin' Donuts, Baskin-Robbins, and Mr. Donuts became part of the Inspire family. From a small donut shop to a global brand, Dunkin' Donuts has certainly come a long way. Fascinated yet? Well, the journey is still on. Here are over 24 other things you probably didn't know about this fast food giant. And if you're craving a coffee and donut after hearing all these, well, we can't blame you. For more sweet fun, and if you like to learn about the history of your favorite eateries, be sure to subscribe for more content like this. Let's move on. William Rosenberg saw the potential for donuts and coffee to become the main focus of his business, but he realized that he needed a better name to reflect this change. After brainstorming with his executives, they settled on Dunkin' Donuts, which officially became the company's name in 1950. At the time, Dunkin' Donuts sold 4 varieties of donuts and a total of 52 different items. Ah, the good old days of donut making when holes were created by hand, resulting in plenty of delicious bite-sized treats. But what to do with all those leftover holes? Well, in 1972, Dunkin' Donuts had a bright idea: sell them as a snack. And what better name to give these little nuggets of goodness than Munchkins, after the lovable characters from The Wizard of Oz? While the grown-ups indulged in the whole donuts, the Munchkins were marketed to kids. And let's be honest, who wouldn't want to devour a box of these bite-sized treats? Just imagine a world without Munchkins. What would we do with all those leftover donut holes? Luckily, we don't have to worry about that because Dunkin' Donuts has us covered. Here is some bad news. If you're looking to grab just one Munchkin from Dunkin' Donuts, you might be out of luck. While the mini donut balls were introduced in 1972, they're no longer available for individual purchase. According to local workers, selling only one doesn't make sense financially for the company. It takes just as much time and effort to sell one Munchkin as it does to sell 5, and holding up the line for a sale that's worth only 20 cents isn't exactly efficient. So if you want to indulge in these bite-sized treats, be prepared to buy a few at a time. Who knows? You might end up discovering a new favorite flavor. Dunkin' Donuts may be known for its sweet treats and coffee, but it's also gained a reputation for questionable ingredients and false advertising. In fact, the chain has faced multiple lawsuits from angry customers who feel like they've been deceived. One lawsuit in 2017 accused Dunkin' of replacing butter with margarine or some other substitute since 2012, leading to a grand deception that left many feeling betrayed. Another lawsuit alleged that the meat in their steak and egg breakfast sandwich wasn't actually steak, but just beef, leaving customers feeling duped. And perhaps most shockingly, there was even a lawsuit over the blueberry donuts, which were found to contain blueberry-flavored bits instead of actual blueberries. Despite these legal battles, Dunkin' has remained a popular spot for coffee and donuts, with many customers still flocking to their stores for a sweet treat. Did you know that every year Dunkin' Donuts sells enough coffee to fill 1.9 billion cups globally? And if you think that's impressive, get ready for this. There are over 15,000 different ways to order your coffee at Dunkin'. Yes, you heard that right. So whether you like it hot or iced, black or with cream, with a shot of vanilla or a pump of caramel, Dunkin' has got you covered. But here's a little tip if you're watching your waistline. By switching from cream to whole milk in your medium coffee, you can save yourself 50 to 60 calories. And trust us, every calorie counts. After all, coffee creamer is on the list of the 75 unhealthiest foods on the planet, coming in at number 9. So drink up, but drink smart. Dunkin' Donuts has always been serious about expanding its horizons, but its push into China in 2016 was a true test of courage. Despite failing twice before, Dunkin' was determined to make a name for itself in the country, and its ambitious 20-year rollout plan involved opening 1,400 stores and revamping its menu to cater to the local taste buds. To that end, Dunkin' introduced some flavors that might look a bit strange to American customers, including donuts sprinkled with dried pork floss, a popular ingredient in China. Since sweet treats are not as popular for breakfast in China, Dunkin' had to get creative, and its revamped menu included a banana cream donut called the Smile, which looks like a smiley face emoji. Who says you can't have dessert for breakfast? William Rosenberg, the founder of Dunkin' Donuts, was a true donut enthusiast. When he opened his first store, he revolutionized the industry by offering a whopping 52 varieties of donuts. It's safe to say that Rosenberg was a man who loved his donuts, and even joked that he could eat 2 dozen in one sitting, if no one was looking. But with a history of weight issues and diabetes, he had to cut back on his indulgence. Despite this, he still started every day with a fresh cup of Dunkin's coffee, showing that his love for the brand never faded. Sadly, he passed away in 2002 due to bladder cancer, having also survived lung, skin, and blood cancers in his lifetime. Nonetheless, his legacy continues to live on in the thousands of Dunkin' Donuts stores around the world, serving up delicious coffee and donuts for all to enjoy. We hope you enjoyed learning some fun facts about Dunkin' Donuts, from its humble beginnings to its international expansion. But now, we have a pressing question for you. Are you Team Dunkin' or Team Starbucks? Are you all about the donuts and coffee, or do you prefer the fancy frappuccinos? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to support our channel. And if you're ever in need of a pick-me-up, swing by your nearest Dunkin' or Starbucks and treat yourself to a delicious beverage. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.